Good morning, dear students. So today we are going to study another fungal disease, rust of flax, that is linseed. It is also called linseed. First of all, we will see about its introduction. This disease is very common in all flax growing areas. Flax growing areas of the world. This disease is very common in all the flax growing areas of the world. Flax is very common crop. Flax is very common crop in India. Flax is very common crop in India. It is cultivated. In October to November and harvest in March to April. Disease appears in February. Disease appears in February in epidemic form. So this is the introduction about the disease, rust of flax disease. This disease is common in all flax growing areas of the world. सभी एरिया जहाँ फ्लैक्स ग्रो करता है ये कॉमन डिजीज है. फ्लैक्स इज वेरी कॉमन क्रॉप इन इंडिया. इंडिया की ये बहुत कॉमन क्रॉप है. इट ऑलमोस्ट कल्टिवेटेड इन ऑल द स्टेट्स. इट इज कल्टिवेटेड इन ऑल द स्टेट्स ऑफ इंडिया. इट इज कल्टिवेटेड इन अक्टूबर टू नवंबर एंड हार्वेस्ट इन मार्च टू अप्रैल. इसको बोया जाता है अक्टूबर नवंबर में और इसकी जो हार्वेस्टिंग के टाइम है वो है मार्च टू अप्रैल. सो जो डिजीज जो अपीयर्स होती है वो होती है मोस्टली इन फेब्रुवरी इन एपिडेमिक फॉर्म. एपिडेमिक फॉर्म मीन्स द डिजीज कवर्स अ लार्ज एरिया. There are the two terms, epidemic and endemic. When the disease is spread in wide area, then it is called epidemic. When the disease occurs only in limited or restricted area, then it is called endemic. कुछ ही जगह पर सीमित रह जाती है बीमारी तो क्या कहलाएगी? एंडेमिक. और जब ये वाइड स्प्रेड हो जाती है, बहुत बड़ी एरिया को कवर कर लेती है, then it is known as epidemic. After introduction, the next point is causal organism. Causal organisms. That is the pathogen which produce this disease. The causal organism is Melanthura nini. This pathogen produces the disease rust of flax. Now its classification: kingdom fungi, kingdom fungi, division, Eumycota, phylum, Basidiomycota, class, Basidiomycetes, then order, Uridaneae, then family, Melemspora, Melemsporaceae, then genus Melemsora, and species Linnae. So this is the classification of Melemsora linnae, kingdom fungi, division Eumycota, phylum Basidiomycota, class Basidiomycetes, order Uridaneae, family Melemsporaceae, genus Melemsora, and species Linnae. Then after classification, the next point is symptoms of disease. Symptoms. The symptom first appears on leaves. The symptoms first appears on leaf, then later spread to all parts of the plant. All parts of the plant. First symptom appears in leaf. Firstly the leaf are affected, then the symptom is spread to all parts of the plant. So on the leaf there are some large orange color pustules are developed. Orange large pustules, pustules, orange colored large pustules develop on the leaf. Orange colored large pustules, pustules, appear on the leaves. And these orange color pustules is due to the formation of यूरिडोस्पोर्स. ये जो ऑरेंज कलर के pustules बनते हैं लीफ के ऊपर, ये क्यों बनते हैं? यूरिडोस्पोर्स के कारण बनते हैं. The black color irregular large pustules develop on stem. So this is a stem. On stem there is some black large irregular pustules developed on stem. Black color pustule develop on stem. And these black colored pustules are formed due to the formation of teletospores. ये जो ब्लैक कलर के पस्ट्यूल्स स्टेम के ऊपर बन रहे हैं, ये किस कारण बन रहे हैं? टिलिडोस्पोर्स के फॉर्मेशन होने से बन रहे हैं। नाउ द क्वालिटी ऑफ सीड एंड फाइबर्स रिड्यूस्ड। इस क्रॉप के जो सीड हैं और फाइबर्स हैं उनकी क्वालिटी रिड्यूस हो, कम हो जाती है। एंड ऑयल कंटेंट ऑफ सीड्स also reduced, so these are symptoms of disease rust of flax. The disease first appears on leaf, so on the leaf orange large pustules are developed, and these pustules are due to the formation of iridospores. After some time the whole plant affected, and the black colored irregular large pustules develop on stem. स्टेम के ऊपर ब्लैक कलर के इरेगुलर पस्ट्यूल डेवलप हो जाते हैं, और ये किसके कारण होते हैं? टिलिडोस्पोर्स के कारण होते हैं। क्वालिटी ऑफ सीड एंड फाइबर्स रिड्यूस्ड, इनकी क्वालिटी में अंतर आ जाता है, कम हो जाती है। एंड ऑयल कंटेंट्स ऑफ सीड्स आल्सो रिड्यूस्ड। सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द सिम्टम्स ऑफ डिजीज। Now the next point is mode of infection. Mode of infection. This disease is air and seed borne. Air and seed borne. ये सीड और एयर के द्वारा फैलती है। Disease air and seed borne. Now the next point is disease cycle. Disease cycle. Now you see, this is the plant, infected plant. Its leaves are having some orange color pustules, When we see the anatomy of this leaf, then we see this is the upper epidermis, and below upper epidermis mesophyll cells. The mycelium grow both inter and intracellularly in the mesophyll cells, and some filament of mycelium, they become erect just below the epidermis. Epidermis के just नीचे कुछ mycelium के filament erect हो जाते हैं, सीधे हो जाते हैं और multicellular हो जाते हैं, और इनके ऊपर बन जाते हैं यूरिडोस्पोर्स। The mycelium is inter and intracellular. Then some filament of mycelium, they become erect and they develop a singular iridospores on the top. This is the epidermis, upper epidermis of leaf. Upper epidermis of leaf. This is, and this structure is called sporophore. Sporophore, and on the top of sporophore, this is uridospore. And with this iridospore, some sterile structures are also present. That is called paraphysis. If you see a small portion of this It is like this. This is sporophore. On the top of the sporophore there is a single iridospore, and this iridospore is binucleate. It has two nucleus. इसके अंदर two nucleus है. Sporophore is binucleate. Two nuclei. And together with this sporophore, some sterile structures are also present. That is called paraphysis. इनको क्या कहते हैं? Paraphysis. This paraphysis is multicellular structure and its top cell is very large. आप देख रहे हो इसकी जब से ऊपर वाली जो सेल है वो बहुत बड़ी है और जो नीचे वाली सेल्स हैं वो छोटी हैं. They are multicellular. So this is the structure of iridospore. If we see the structure of iridospore, it is unicellular structure. It has two layers. It has two layers. Outer is enzyme, inner is intine, and two nuclei. And it has two nuclei. इसके अंदर दो न्यूक्लियस है. When the pressure on epidermis exerts, जब ये इनका नंबर बढ़ेगा तो एपिडर्मिस के ऊपर प्रेशर पड़ेगा, प्रेशर आएगा और ये जो इरिडोस्पोर्स हैं ये बाहर निकल जाएंगे. When the number of iridospores increases, then the pressure develops from the epidermis and these iridospores they come out. They come out and then they germinate. Its enzyme burst and in time comes in the form of tube. This tube again divide and form the mycelium and infect the new host of leaf. In this way, the secondary infection is going on. This is the secondary infection. Now what happened? If we see the anatomy of this leaf, it has a number of sporophore just below the epidermis. On the sporophore top there is a single iridospore, and together with this iridospores and sporophyte, some sterile cells are also present. They are called paraphysis. This is the enlarged view of this area. Now you see this is a sporophore. On the top of sporophore there is iridospore, and iridospore has two nuclei. This iridospore has two layers, outer enzyme, inner intine, and inside two nuclei. These spores, when they come out from the leaf, they again germinate, their enzyme burst, and intine comes out in the form of tube, and this tube again infect the new host of the leaf or the other leaf of the same host. Now what happened? Suppose this is the stem part. This is the stem. If you see the anatomy of stem, then this is the epidermis. Inside, just below the epidermis, teletospores are found. This is the infected part of infected stem. Infected stem. If we see the anatomy of the infected stem, we see a layer of टिलिटोस्पोर just below the epidermis. एपिडर्मिस के जस्ट नीचे क्या पाई जाती है? टिलिटोस्पोर्स की लेयर पाई जाती है. टिलिटोस्पोर. A layer of टिलिटोस्पोर्स present just below the epidermis. If we see the structure of the टिलिटोस्पोर, it is two-layered structure. It is two-layered structure. Its ball is thick, exine, intine, and it is also binucleate structure. This टिलिटोस्पोर is also binucleate structure. ये भी कैसा है? binucleate structure. इसके अंदर दो न्यूक्लियाई हैं. In unfavorable condition, they persist on soil. They persist in soil, but when the favorable condition comes, that is high humidity and low temperature. When the weather is high humidity and low temperature, then these टिलिटोस्पोर they germinate. First, their both nucleus join, combine, and they form a diploid nucleus, 2N nucleus. They form two nucleus, diploid nucleus. Then these diploid nucleus again divide by meiosis. It forms 4 spores, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these spores they are get separated by septum. ये सेप्टम के द्वारा अलग अलग हो जाते हैं. इनमें से दो होते हैं प्लस और दो होते हैं माइनस स्ट्रैंड के. Out of these 4 spores, 2 are of plus strand and 2 are negative strands. These are called basidiospores. So these spores are end because the meiosis occurred, because the meiosis happened. So these basidiospores they are again of haploid. And now what happened? 4 tube-like structures are formed, and on the tip of these 4 tube-like structures, basidiospores are arranged. इनके हर सेप्टम में से एक ट्यूब निकलेगी और इस तरह से इनके टिप पर क्या होगा? एक बेसिडियोस्पोर अरेंज हो जाएगा. एंड दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज नोन एज बेसिडियम. जिसके ऊपर बेसिडियोस्पोर लगा है इसको कहेंगे बेसिडियम, और दिस इज बेसिडियोस्पोर. 2 plus and other 2 are minus. Now these basidiospores which are uninucleate, they divide and form monokaryotic mycelium. These monokaryotic mycelium form pycnidiospores. Pycnidiospores. It is like this. Suppose it is somewhat flax-like structure. This is the pycnidium. On pycnidium there are the pycnidiospores, and with both sides of these pycnidium they are receptive hypha. Pycnidiospore, this is receptive hypha. Now what happened? So all the four residue spores, they form four monokaryotic mycelium. हर residue spore से एक क्या बनेगा? मोनोकैरियोटिक माइसियम बनेगा, और हर मोनोकैरियोटिक माइसिलियम से दो स्ट्रक्चर बनेंगे, रिसेप्टिव हाइफा एंड पिक्निडियम, और पिक्निडियम के ऊपर पिक्निडियोस्पोर्स. नाउ बोथ पिक्निडियम एंड receptive hypha and pycnidiospores, they combine and they form a diploid structure which later form dikaryotic mycelium. क्योंकि ये N है, ये भी N है, जब ये आपस में मिल जाएंगे तो फिर से क्या बन जाएगा? 2N स्ट्रक्चर बन जाएगा, और ये 2N स्ट्रक्चर बाद में क्या बनाएगा? डाइकैरियोटिक माइसेलियम. नाउ दिस डाइकैरियोटिक माइसेलियम के ऊपर बनते हैं एसीडियल कप. इनमें बनते हैं एसियोस्पोर्स. ये एसिडियोस्पोर्स कैसे हैं? 2N, ये भी डिप्लॉइड है, और इनसे फिर बनते हैं यूरिडोस्पोर्स, जो फिर 2N है, और ये फिर से इन्फेक्ट कर देते हैं, ये फिर से इन्फेक्ट करेंगे लीफ को. So in this way the cycle is going on. I repeat again. This is the infected part of leaf. When we see the anatomy of leaf, we see inside this the sporophore, and on the top of sporophore iridospore. स्पोरोफोर है और उनके ऊपर एक सिंगल इरिडोस्पोर लगा हुआ है, और ये कहाँ है? एपिडर्मिस के जस्ट नीचे. और इनके साथ साथ है स्टेराइल स्ट्रक्चर, दैट इज कॉल्ड द पैराफाइसिस. ये पैराफाइसिस की जो टॉप मोस्ट सेल है वो काफी बड़ी है साइज में. सो इन दिस वे व्हेन दे इंक्रीज इन नंबर, जब इनका नंबर बढ़ेगा तो ये एपिडर्मिस पर प्रेशर डालेंगे, और प्रेशर डालने से एपिडर्मिस बस्ट हो जाएगी और ये बाहर आ जाएंगे, इरिडोस्पोर बाहर आ जाएंगे. Each sporospore is binucleate structure. It has two layers, outer exine and inner intine. When they come out, they germinate by bursting the exine. Exine burst हो गई, और intine comes out in the form of tube. Intine एक ट्यूब के रूप में बाहर आ गई, और इससे फिर से और दूसरे होस्ट को और अदर लीव्स को इन्फेक्ट कर दिया. This is called the secondary infection. In this way the cycle is going on. Now at the same time what happened? The stem is also infected and it has teledospore, as I told you earlier. So when we see the anatomy of infected stem, this is the epidermis, and just below the epidermis there is a layer of teledospores. Teledospores की एक layer है, and each teledospore is also bilayered structure, and it has two nuclei. The outer layer is same exine, which is thick, and inner layer is intine, which is thin. These teledospores, they can persist, they can perennate in soil. When the temperature is not suitable, they can perennate in soil, but after coming suitable temperature, that is high humidity and low temperature, they start germinate. First of all, their both nuclei combine together, form a diploid nucleus, and then this diploid nucleus again divided by meiosis forms 4 basidiospores. 2 are plus and 2 are minus strains, and these spores they form a tube-like structure, and the basidiospores are arranged on the top of basidium. This tube-like structure is called the basidium, and on its top the basidiospores are arranged. Each basidiospore is haploid, and from the each basidiospore 4 monoperiotic mycelium is formed. In this way, the 2 mycelium formed of plus strain and 2 mycelium formed from minus strain. So each basidiospore forms the monokaryotic mycelium. On this monokaryotic mycelium, bisected hyphae and pycnidiospores are formed. This whole structure is known as sporogonium. This glass-shaped structure is called sporogonium. It has some pycnidium. The pycnidium forms a layer of pycnidiospores, and on the both sides of this pycnidium there are the receptive hypha. Now these pycnidiospores when come outside, they fuse with the receptive hypha के साथ मिल जाते हैं, और फिर से ये क्या स्ट्रक्चर बन जाता है 2 एंड, और ये फिर डाइकैरियोटिक माइसीलियम को बनाता है. Then from this dikaryotic mycelium acidial cups are formed. Inside this aciospores are formed. These aciospores are diploid, and from these aciospores से iridospores बनते हैं, और जो फिर से इन्फेक्शन फैलाते हैं.